I have seriously considered closing my IT outsourcing company this year, and this might be exactly the reason why you might want to open yours. Now, before I proceed, smash all the buttons you find below to help me grow this IT and online entrepreneurs community. Say hi in the comments and introduce yourself. I love talking to new people, and if you're a veteran here, welcome back to again. Now, I strongly believe that if you have the experience in the industry, strong will, are not easily scared away by difficulties, know where to get customers from, or have ideas where to get customers from, you should absolutely try your outsourcing business. If not to succeed, to at least get rid of illusions if it don't let you sleep sound at night. It doesn't really matter what year it is. In all times, there are people who have money and ideas, but who don't have hands, time, or skills to develop and to fulfill, to bring those ideas to life. So why be scared away? Because of competition? Because the markets are oversaturated? Because we're all doomed? Let me out of here, I want to go home? Remember what I said in the beginning. The fact that I might have closed my company in the beginning of this year might be the very reason for you to start yours. Because, bullet number one, companies come and go. There is always some work to do on the market, even for smaller players. So if one player goes away, there is an empty space for you to fill in the vacuum. Nature absorbs the vacuum, even in IT. So if one player goes away, there is a room for another one to step in. Bullet number two is that there won't be a better time than today or this year, because every day there would appear more and more competitors. So the one who starts today will be better off than the one who starts tomorrow, right? No brainer. Bullet number three is that this is a brand new world. This pandemic thing has changed a lot, and if Silicon Valley companies are starting to move out of Silicon Valley, this means that IT market changes drastically, and it means that it moves elsewhere, potentially online. And with all these restrictions and obligations that governments are putting on the small business owners, or even medium or even enterprise level business owners, companies don't risk hire internal employees, and why not outsource or give that work to contractors instead? Bullet number four, they say that all the markets are hyped. I say, so what? You won't believe it, but there are other markets out there besides US or Canadian markets. And these new markets can afford your rates all the same. For me, the biggest revelation of 2020 was the new market that we discovered. Like previously, I typically, and our company typically works with the customers from United States, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany and France. These were our major markets where we worked with. We had some clients from Australia, but in Australia it's a pretty competitive market, and they have Philippines nearby and India, and me being from Eastern Europe, it actually is not convenient neither for us nor for them to work because of the time zone differences and because of they have someone nearer to them to outsource their work to. In 2020, our biggest customer, who happens to be from US, changed their plans to outsource more work to ourselves, and this sort of changed our plans as well. And overall, yes, market seemed disturbed and irresponsive, though of course I had some ongoing communications and we had some irregular tasks to deal with, but in general, the US market was very disturbed, and there were reasons to that. That's when we found the new market in Russia. Russia has a huge local internal market, just the same way as US does. United States has a huge local market. Same does Russia. So we have found several customers from Russia, but I will be 100% transparent with you, and I strongly believe that we wouldn't have gotten them so easily if it weren't for my co-founder being Russian. Because even though my mother language is Russian, I'm not from Russia. There are still some differences in mentalities, so I wouldn't be 100% sure that it would have been so easier for me to get into the Russian market if it weren't for my co-founder. And another thing is that Russians prefer to pay in rubles because of their local internal policy. But again, that was no big deal for us. My co-founder opened an LLC in Russia, and that's how we operated, but with our regular rates, so in money we lost nothing. And this saved us during the summer season. Many people, reject the fact that previously so-called third world countries, I hate this expression, but still, change, and that they actually have the money in their internal markets more than they can imagine. Imagine one of the business coaches I turned to, I won't mention her name because she's pretty popular on the web. She rejected my application to become a member of her program because I cited, quote here, that there is a strict requirement that our customer should be able to pay at least $2,000. I mean, this is outrageous. She assumed that I don't have the money just because of my geographical location. Wow. Totally ignoring the fact that the population of her own country lives in debt. And totally ignoring the fact that I might be actually having the money, eh? Be open-minded. I know a couple of hidden locations on Nordic islands where there are a lot of, again, markets that are ready to outsource their work to someone else. So try to seek for new markets. There might be hidden markets right behind your door in your neighboring country. I presume that with this new world order, the markets will change drastically and the money might migrate elsewhere. So keep your eyes open and keep an eye on what is happening in the world. And again, be open-minded as to other markets. Bullet number 5. Most people fear competition when they're just starting out. I already mentioned that companies come and go, but I'm very surprised when I hear this. There is a huge competition. So what? You won at least once in your life when you've been conceived, so why not win again? A competition means that there is a demand for the services that you're going to provide. Don't be afraid to dive into the ocean of the business. Just make sure that that is not a red ocean. Find the niche where you're going to stand out. Find the thing by which you're going to stand out. Either you go niche or you specialize in some sort of technologies that not a lot of people use. Or you have some unique proposition for your customers, or your target customers are very specific sort of people. So define who exactly your competitors are and what services they are offering. And another one, define who your competitors are and what advantage do they have. Because if you know the pain of your customer, you can meet their needs and not propose them something they don't need. And at the same time, if you know what your competitors are offering and what their advantage is, you will find a way how to propose better products or services to your customers. Now, I've talked a lot about different aspects on how to launch an IT service company and IT product company. Check out this playlist right over here, and I'll put the link in the description box below. Also, make sure to grab your freebie on starting your own company, subscribe to IT People Accelerator waitlist, smash all the buttons you find below to help me grow this community and to be notified weekly on my new releases. And talk to you next Wednesday, same time, same channel, same me. As usual, I'll be waiting. Bye.